Welcome, guys, again to one more day on Book of de la Vida. Book, I say book of, but it's Book de Vida. Welcome again. I'm bringing something else. I did my last video in Spanish, but I'm gonna do this one in English because I want to also always enforce and report what's the abuse in the city of Orlando in Florida. I'm not sure if this happens in Miami. I'm sure, but you might identify yourself with me, and if you do a like, subscribe. But you might not, but you might have somebody else. But these are things that they happen to ordinary people. Maybe more to me than anybody else. I don't know. Maybe I have a label in my forehead or in my car. I don't know. But I have another story to tell. The last one I told was about my the kidnapping that the Orange County Sheriff Department in Orlando did together with DCF of my daughter. They made a mistake. I had to go get it in another county. Anyway, I posted that in another the video before this one. I hope you guys like this one. Again, if you want me to talk about something else, let me know. But I just want to point this out. I want to bring a lot of stuff, a lot of material, a lot of things that they happened to me and friends of mine that probably they're afraid to bring it out, but I'm not. If I get killed, I'm gonna get killed by somebody, law enforcement, I think. I'm not saying that that every cop out there is bad either, and I'm not saying that bad is good. But cops, not in general. There's a lot of cops that they need training or they get fired. And I think the problem in here is comes with the supervisor or whoever HR, whoever hires these people. They need to do a better test on them, a psychology test or something, because every time they wear that uniform, and I was doing a little research myself, every time they wear that uniform, they think that they're powerless, or maybe they were bullied when they were little kids, and now they just want to bully somebody else. But anyway, I'm gonna, because I have my computer on. Sometimes what I'm looking up is because I'm watching something on TV, or because I got a TV right behind the camera, or I'm looking at my computer and I'm gonna post the email that I sent out to Commissioner Tony Ortiz, because this happened on his district on November 10, 2018, around 8:24 p.m. I was having dinner with my wife, with my daughter. I'm sorry, my wife, with my daughter, out of Buffalo Wild Wings, right next to the airport on Cimarron. If people are from Orlando, they're gonna know where I'm talking about. Is the Buffalo Wild Wings on Lee Vista. I was sitting there, and there was a lot of stuff going on the front of the restaurant, but I was sitting all the way on the back with my daughter. It's like a sport bar, it's got TV. It looks like a Hooters or a Twin Peak, or it's like a sport bar. I was just having some chicken wings and talking to my daughter about school and stuff like that. Anyway, I saw on the front of the restaurant that through the double doors, the glass, that there was a lot of commotion out there, and I saw the cops and everything. Not thinking that the cops are coming to my table. There's a lady cop, you're sitting in a restaurant, and if you see anybody wearing a uniform and he's walking all the way to the back, everybody that was in that restaurant is going to look at that cop. I mean, she just walked around, because I was all sitting all the way in the back of the restaurant. So everybody's staring at the cop. The lady comes and sits right. I mean, she don't sit. She stands. I was in a high top chair, bar, or table, and she started talking to my daughter and asking her questions, and I'm like, hold on a second. She's only 11 years old. What are you doing talking to my daughter? And the lady cop goes, oh, I'm sorry. I thought she was she was old enough. I say, no. She's, I'm saying, I don't know where the heck they get these cops, or what do they train them? I mean, or how do they train them? But she's asking her a bunch of questions, like, is everything is okay? And I'm like, so anyway, I go and I ask the cop, I go, so hold on a second, you're talking to my daughter. I'm the father. You need to speak to me. She's only 11 years old. Well, the lady directs the conversation to me, stops talking to her, and say, well, I just want to know if everything is okay. And I'm like, I'm asking you the same question. Is everything okay? Why are you walking all the way here in front of everybody that's staring at me right now and my daughter? I'm having dinner with her. What's the problem? And she said, I even have a case number. It's case 2018-00434544. And it happens at 8:2400, around 8:30. Anyway, I'm sorry, my daughter was 15, not 11, 15. I apologize about that. But anyway, I asked the cop, and she goes, "Well, they were saying that the people next to your table, they were." I said, "The people next to my table, they call the cops." She says, "Well, yeah, because you were reprehending. I was reprehending my daughter." I said, "I was not reprehending my daughter." And my daughter answered. She says, "My dad wasn't reprehending me. He just talks loud, and we're just talking about my school." And then the cop lady goes, "Well, I'm not. I am sorry. I apologize." I said, "Apologize? What is going on?" And then she goes, "Oh well, in this area, there's a lot of human trafficking." And I'm looking at her like, "Human trafficking? Do I look like I'm trafficking human?" "Oh well, there's a lot of sexual predators now." "Oh, now you're calling me a pedophile." So the cop, every time that she spoke, she was just it was a lady. She was just getting deeper and deeper into shit with me, and I'm looking at her like, "You got to be kidding me." So I said, "This is not gonna stay like that. I promise you that this is not gonna stay like that, because I knew the city commissioner where I was standing of the zoning where I was, which is Tony Ortiz, great city commissioner. He's been there, great guy." So I sent them an email when I got back to my house because I was pissed. I was freaking pissed. I didn't even want to eat. And the manager, I called the manager from Wawa Wings, from the Buffalo Wild Wings, and he told me, he's like, "Look, I spoke to them and I told them that that was in front of her. I spoke to them, to both of them, her and her partner, that there were two on the trooper, and I told them that there was nothing wrong happening in this table, but she wanted to come and talk to you guys or her." So my apologize, but I told her that what she did was wrong, or what she was doing was wrong. So I told the manager, I said, "I get it. Don't worry about it. It's okay." you know. But it was not okay. Because how is it possible that you're eating in a restaurant and a cop comes to your table to ask you questions? I'm giving you a case number. This happens to me. Maybe the stuff that happens to me doesn't happen to nobody else, but I'm living a normal life. I work like everybody else. I pay my taxes like everybody else. I pay rent. I pay my mortgage. I pay my house. I do everything like a normal people. What is going on? What is going on with all this hostility? These people are being hostile. It's incredible, the stuff that I go through, and other people, but especially me and my brothers. My brothers, they have been abused. One of them, he's dead, thanks to a doctor. And I'm going to talk about that. The opioids, the opioid crisis, how doctors, they were prescribing back in those days in the mid 2000 and 2010. Still they do, but I'll talk about that later, because I work in a clinic. I have a doctor in healthcare administration. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. After I reported this with Tony Ortiz, the commissioner, he got right back to me. He apologized, and then he got in touch with Mr. The Orlando Police chief, which is a guy from real nice guy, and he's not about nationality or ethnic groups. He's from Puerto Rico. He just got named of the chief. He's the chief of police from Orlando. His name is Orlando Rolon. Real nice guy, very professional, ethical. Like I said, not every cop is bad. He took care of it. He passed my case to Deputy Chief Jose Velez. We spoke, and they took care of it. I said, "Look, I don't want her to lose her job because of what she did, because I believe that she was going to lose her job, because after speaking to the chief of police, Orlando Rolon, he wrote on his email, but I spoke to him. He said, it is out of the norm and it will be investigated." And he did, and he did. He took care of it. The cop lady called me, apologized. They asked me if I to pick a couple of things for me to and get some feedback, because at that time he was new as a chief, so he was getting feedback. So I gave him my feedback. I said, "Look, you guys need to train these people better, or if you guys get somebody from the military that was involved in a war or something like that, don't put them out there with a rifle and a gun, because they're killing people like crazy. because you guys are failing, or the system is failing. Excuse me, to do some type of PTSD test on these people, some type of psychology test or psychiatry test. These people that need to be tested. Look at their background. I mean, since they were little kids, maybe they were bullied. I don't know, but a lot of these cops. I'm not saying all of them. I respect cops. I do understand the movement that they have out there. This Black Lives Matter. I don't support that because I don't support about destroying properties and killing cops because two wrongs they don't make one right. I think that the cops they have to do a better job internally. But this thing it has to stop. It has to stop, and I'm gonna show the email. This is the email that I got from Commissioner Ortiz, and a picture too. I'm gonna show. Email from the Orlando Rolón. You know, they did took care of the problem. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I hope you like the video. Sorry that maybe I'm sending too many videos that they're about, you know, cops and stuff like that, but it's stuff that I want to talk about. You know, that they happen to many people out there. I mean, I'm sure that I was not the only one, or I'm not the only one. It's not many of them. It's only a few, but I don't think that's right. That you're eating at a restaurant, having a nice dinner with your daughter, and they're just coming into your table to investigate. They should have done it better. Like I told the chief, and I told the deputy chief, Jose Velas, they should have called me, sent the manager to my table. I think that was a better thing. Send the manager to my table, call me outside, and I will talk to them outside. But for them to walk all the way back to the restaurant, and then you see everyone that's sitting on those tables looking and staring, because it's not usual for you to see a cop with a uniform and a gun walking around walking across a restaurant. So I think they did a couple things. I told them, I gave them my feedback. I said, next time, just get with the manager, have the manager pull that person, and they took this seriously, and I believe they addressed it with the cop the right way. So anyway, guys, take care, subscribe, book de vida. I got another one. I got more content for you guys. If you guys don't like it, just put the little thumb down, and I'm okay with that. You know, not every content that I'll be talking to is gonna like everybody. I mean, it's gonna be likable for everybody. Anyway, guys, God bless. Bye.